Okay, guys, used radio going up for sale here. Galaxy DX99V. Got this one on trade from a local here a week or two ago. Just getting around to testing it. It has this, lovely faceplate that they've put on it here. They have put like Rhino liner or something on the cabinet, and it does have this exquisite black tape trim. So take that in consideration. That's what the cosmetics of the radio look like. Seems to be a pretty good working radio. Seems to be working pretty well, I guess I should say. All the functions on it seem to work okay. I mean, you got your echo, robot, voice changer, all that good stuff that 99 has. Hello, 1, 2, audio, check, 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 audio. Radio check, radio check, radio check, radio check. Okay, so all that stuff works if that's what you're into. 10K works. Noise Blanker Plus, that turns your freak counter off when you have the Noise Blanker Plus on. I don't know really why they did that. Your Roger beep works. It does receive. That's just me keying up the Cobra 90 back there, showing it receives. Power it off, power it on, show you guys. Your fine and coarse, it lines up pretty decent on AM. Sideband's probably a little off. Well, maybe not. So, I'm going to tell you something about sideband. So, I know somebody's going to ask me, how's this thing doing sideband? How's it doing sideband? Don't buy this radio to use it on sideband. You may find somebody that has one of these that's the best sideband radio they've ever had. It's not a sideband designed radio, okay? It's an AM radio that they put sideband on as an alternative mode of operation. But it's not the primary design mode of operation. So when people ask me, well, I'd like to buy that radio, that Galaxy 99, but I want to know how it does on sideband. You need to find another radio for sideband. I'm not being rude, but that's the reality of it, okay? If you want a good sideband radio, go get yourself a Cobra 148, a President Washington, the old base station or the new mobile, either one. Cobra 142, Cobra 2000, Anytone Quad 5 Plus, Striker 955. Any of those radios are going to be better on sideband than these old Galaxies. And I know somebody out there is going to say, well, you just have to leave them turned on. They're great on sideband if you leave them turned on. Okay, even still, there's better options. All right, that's my rant about the Galaxies and sideband. These radios were designed to be AM powerhouses that just so happen to have sideband on them. It's kind of the inverse or the opposite of the HF radios, like the ICOMs, the Kenwoods, and the Yaesus. Those are sideband radios that just so happen to have AM. You don't buy those thinking they're going to be the best AM radio ever. All right, let's get on with the video here, show you what this thing does. 50 watt slug, middle scale. This is your RF power all the way down. This is average power. Hey! Get on down. So you guys can see what I'm saying. It's pretty much stock. It's only doing like 4 watts average from nothing. This is halfway. Audio. So 4 watts swinging 8 or 9 average. This is wide open. Audio. 5 watts swinging 8 or 9 average. When you do an NPC mod or a swing mod to these, they'll do 20 average, 30 average, 50 PEP. They'll get with it. They're a dual final radio. This is your PEP as it stands. Hello, check audio, check audio, check audio. 30 watts PEP on AM. This is upper sideband. Hello, audio check 1, 2, 3, audio. So about 35. Lower sideband. Audio, check audio 1, 2, 3, audio. Hello, audio. Alright. I'm going to show you guys this. A lot of people probably wouldn't even show this. I already showed you that it was on frequency on sideband. Lower sideband, it's a little bit off. Okay, something you guys need to be aware of. Again, after my whole rant about not buying one of these talk on sideband, I do want you to know that it's off a little bit on lower sideband. There you go, back to AM. Check, check, check. Audio. Here's your receive again. All right, guys. That's all I can tell you about it. I don't know the history of it. It's a used radio, so, just take that in consideration when you buy it. Have not had the covers off of it. I don't know what lies beneath, but seems to be a good working radio. Not too bad. I've definitely seen a lot worse coming here. So there you go. If you like the black tape, leave it on there. If you don't like the black tape, take it off. See you bye. Rooster in 10, roostercb.com. Thanks, everybody.